I heard a song this week and I thought of you. For those of you who are struggling with how the pain of grief is trying to steal your hope, today's episode is for you. The song I heard reminded me, took me right back to those bad days that seemed to grow into bad weeks. But the song also reminded me of how God changed my life and it went from darkness to light. You can't be passive in your journey, so I'm sharing two things to help you hold on in those bad days while taking the next best step. Hey, friend, welcome to the Grief to Great Day podcast. Do you feel like you're going crazy? Is the shower the only place for you to really cry? Are you surrounded by people, but you still feel all alone? Do you want to be the you were before your loved one died, but you have no idea how to get there? I'm Steph Cabanis, Southern by choice, wife, turtle triathlete, Jesus follower, and fellow traveler in the journey of grief. I too struggled to breathe, questioned God and my faith, and thought I would never be happy again. But God took my brokenness and He turned it into a breakthrough. So if you're ready to understand how to navigate grief, lean into your faith and take just one step towards healing, then bring your ugly cry, get into a comfortable place, even if that's your bed right now, and let the healing begin. Girl, there's hope for your future. Come on in the house and join me. I'm still on the porch, still warming up, still really lovely weather. So the porch is relaxing and it's like a healing place. So join me on that. I'm Steph, and this is Grief to Great Day. Thank you for being here. I want you to feel welcomed and heard through this podcast. Hello to everyone listening in Egypt, our spotlight country, and in the U.S. North Carolina remains at the top with the most downloads this week. Grief to Great Day is downloaded in over 75 countries now. This tells me that there is a need to talk about grief and that it's felt throughout the world. So please know that whatever country or state you are in, you're not alone as you walk through this thing called grief. I know there are new listeners each week, so if that's you, welcome. Welcome to a podcast you never wanted to need. I'm glad you're here because it tells me you're taking those steps towards your healing. Now, for you new listeners, if you hear me talk about Monica, her faith, or her death, and you want some background, just go to my website, grief2greatday.com, and click on the book tab. Her faith journey throughout the last 6 months of her life was unreal, and her death changed me. She is the reason that you are listening to me today. In this podcast, we talk about understanding grief, like what you're going through, processing daily life, more specifically, sometimes how to get through the day, and most importantly, growing your faith, staying in relationship with God. So if you're just starting your journey, please know that life will change. It will not always hurt like this. It's important for you to hear that often. Now, that's not to say that you're going to stop missing your loved one because you never will, but you will be able to breathe, to laugh, and to live again. Y'all, I love music and I listen to Christian or gospel music 95% of the time. Music has always been a part of my life and has changed the course of many days. At times, it's challenged me to examine my motives, and music has been a way, I believe, of God speaking to me in a tangible way. I heard a song this week and it made me think of what some of you are walking through right now because it took me back to a time when I couldn't see anything but my pain, and I was scared that that's how life would be forever. The song is called You're Going to Be Okay by Brian and Jenn Johnson, and here are the lyrics to the first verse. I know it's all you've got to just be strong, and it's a fight just to keep it together. I know you think that you're too far gone, but hope is never lost. Hope is never lost. See, I remember the days that getting out of bed and taking a shower took all I had because I felt like I had nothing to live for. I knew in my head, I had the theology of who God was and that all things are possible through him. But I didn't know what that meant to get me through the overwhelming pain and loss. I didn't know how to walk that out. Life was heavy and hard, and there were days that I felt like such a failure, not just for the things in the past, but how I was progressing or not progressing with my grief. And I was scared I'd never be able to be unstuck and move beyond the pain and profound loss. Here's another verse from that song. And when the night is closing in, don't give up and don't give in. This won't last. It's not the end. It's not the end. This is the part that I felt strongly to tell you today. You know, in general, the three important things I'm here to share are understanding grief, growing your faith, and processing or getting through your daily life. These are what I consider to be the three most important ways I can support you as you walk through grief. But what I really want you to get a hold of is that you're going to get through this. You are going to make it. And I know some of you need to hear this more than anything else today. It may not feel like it, it may not look like it, but you will not always feel like you are today. I say when you are going through grief, I say that a lot when you go through grief, but I know that it's not a discrete event that's over quickly. I know it's a daily grind of fighting to survive, fear of the future, managing emotions while you have to do all the normal life things, juggling commitments and relationships, wanting to be left alone, but not wanting to be left alone, wanting to be loved on, but scared the tears won't stop falling, trying to be strong, resenting what you have to do now that you didn't used to have to do, taking care of the legal aspects of loss, and potentially dealing with changes in your finances or family dynamic. Whew, that's a lot. And people wonder why grief is exhausting. I know you are working hard every day, and I want you to do these two things for your journey works. If you feel far away from hope today, I need you to trust me and my experience, and most importantly, trust the one who transformed my life. God will never leave you or forsake you. He still has a plan for your life. He's near you, the brokenhearted. He will exchange ashes for joy. These are not my words, these are biblical truths. Have confidence in what He will do in your life. Number two, stay in close communication with the Lord, whatever that looks like for you right now. Don't feel guilty if it's not 24-hour Thanksgiving or worship music or praise. It may just be a lot of questioning or anger or confusion. But whatever it is that's on your heart, share it with Him. Yes, He knows. But as in any relationship, it is strengthened with communication. My anger rants, my disrespect, and my endless questions kept me talking with God all day long. Sometimes I yelled in my head, and sometimes it was out loud, and then I felt guilty for yelling or being angry with God. But over time, I saw that while He was able to handle my human flaws, that communication, whatever it looked like, it resulted in a closeness with Him I had never experienced until then. With that, my friend, comes the hope that you're searching for. Relationship with God also brings peace and comfort and joy and later on, purpose. The word of the week is the same as last week. I think it was a really good verse and it fits today's episode as well. It's Psalm 71:20 through 21. Though you have made me see troubles, many and bitter, you will restore my life again. From the depths of the earth you will bring me up. You will increase my honor and comfort me once again. And to wrap up this episode, here's the chorus of that song. And this was what I just kept thinking about how I want to yell it to you. I want to share it with you. I want to give it to you. But I'm telling you, it's there. Hold on. Don't let go. Just take one step closer, put one foot in front of the other. You'll get through this. Just follow the light in the darkness. One step closer, put one foot in front of the other. You're going to get through this. Follow the light in the darkness because you're going to be okay. Don't make today your forever. Don't allow a bad day to make you think that there won't be good days because there will be good days. Don't underestimate what the creator of the universe and the one who created you will do in your life. He did it in mine, and he is no respecter of persons. He will do it in your life too. He will transform you and replace the darkness with light. If you're ready to take a brave step towards your healing, there's help available. Grief to Great Day offers free and paid faith based resources so you can join the private Facebook group. You don't have to suffer in silence anymore. Be a part of a group of faith filled women who get it in a way the world can't. The daily pain and struggle of grief is not denied here, but faith paves the way for hope in this group. You can download the free Loss, Grief, and Healing seminar. This is the best faith based introduction of what to expect in your grief journey. Download the seminar if you want a reason to hope and learn how to heal. Today is not your forever, and you are not alone. You can also purchase grief coaching. If you're looking for one to one support to figure out your next best step, or if you want to understand where you are in the grief process, or you just need accountability in taking those healing steps, these 1 hour grief coaching sessions are the answer for you. You can also purchase the workshop called The First Year of Grief: How to Survive with Hope and Heal. This workshop is the action oriented, step taking program you need to give you foundational tools to navigate your grief in the first year, especially. Remember, time itself does not heal all wounds. You have to take steps. In this workshop, you'll discover how to pursue God, even when you don't want to pray. You'll understand the roller coaster of grief so you know what's normal and what to expect. You will learn to process daily life with practical help to get you through those I can't get out of the bed days. And you'll find where to seek support because I'll share grief resources that are best for you. Look, I've walked this journey and never thought I could be happy again. But God, He restored my joy and gave me a calling. So no matter how dark and hopeless your day is today, this can be your story too. It is my great joy to help you get there. Your safe place for all things grief can be found on the website grief2greatday.com. This includes all the resources I just shared and, in addition, the Grief to Great Day podcast and the book Dying to be Healed. Regardless of where you are right now, you can breathe, laugh, and live again. Thank you for being here today, for showing up. If this podcast has given you hope, encouragement, or helped you in any way, share it with a friend, either in a text or on your social platforms. Also, please subscribe, rate, and leave a written review on iTunes. It's a huge blessing for me to know that you're out there. Lastly, and this is important, you are not alone. Connect with me on the Grief to Great Day website, the link is below, and sign up for our free newsletters. I want to be able to pray for you by name. Remember, grief isn't something you're going to get over, but a great day is something you can get to.